Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator. How are you today? So, I like to, I don't know if I've done a reading for you before or not, but I see, hear, feel, sense, know. They talk to me, but they show me pictures. I call it spiritual charades, and I try to do the best I can to describe the picture to you because they never waste a message. It's their show. I let them run it the way they want to. They know what we need to hear, not always what we want to hear. And I always forget the rest of my spiel. I guess I should type it up. It's not an exact science. They don't tell me all the details. They tell me enough so you understand, because I don't need to know what's in between. Enough so you catch what they're trying to talk about. So we're going to talk to Cindy today.
Be your son.
Well, it kept saying mom, mom, mom. Hang on. So anyway, I hope you could hear that. Sometimes I don't hold it up close enough. So it was saying mom, mom. It was my son calling. So anytime anything like that happens while I'm doing a reading, it's meant for you. So he was saying, Mom, mom's here, even though I ended up saying something about my son. Son, your son is calling. So sometimes, my phone does that a lot when I'm doing readings, and it'll always come up with a perfect song for the person or saying or whatever for the person I'm reading for because I have different ringtones in there. Watch your phone. Your phone might possibly do something different, pop up her name, pop up her picture, maybe go off or go on or something along with that since the phone thing came up. Anyway, so let's see what Mom has to say. Oh, my baby is beautiful. And she's holding up an ice cream cone, just a regular, the old time regular. Don't know if that makes any difference. Sometimes they're just showing me an ice cream cone for a reason. So did you just recently go somewhere and get an actual ice cream cone? She'll try to show me at least a couple of validations so you know for sure it's her, and the rest of it will be her talking. I don't like to do the whole thing just validating that I can connect with her. She mentions Harry Potter, and I have not watched the Harry Potter movies. My granddaughter is like in love with Harry Potter, and I always want to sit down and watch them. I saw the very first one, so I don't know for sure what she's showing me, but it's Harry Potter in the foreground. After she said it, she's showing me a picture. And there's like a house. I can't say for sure because I don't know the movie. But like behind, like there's some steps going way up to it, and it's further back behind, and there's I don't want to say spooky house, but there's a house up on a hill. So let's see if she's going to say. It's something about the whole concept of the Harry Potter movies and you. And I'm sorry, I need to sit down and binge watch it anyway. Because I don't even know the concept of the movie. Shame on me. I don't watch movies. I don't watch much TV, period. Something about the concept of Harry Potter movies. There's something in there, something that relates to you in some way. And I hear the word fantasy. Object. Okay, I'm not getting any more on that. So anyway, that's my spiritual charades. I'm just trying to describe the picture. It almost looks like a picture I've seen of them advertising the movie or something. Train. She's talking about a train whistle. Train whistle. Don't know if you live close to railroad tracks. She lived close to railroad tracks. They'll just throw out something and they don't always explain why, but whatever they say, I'm gonna let you know. So a train whistle is going to be a sign for you. So you can be watching a movie, you can be driving and hear a train whistle. I ask them for unusual things instead of just the coins and feathers and something unique for you. I keep hearing the train whistle though. So anytime anything she brings up as a sign, know or validate her, tell her you love her, ask her to bring you more. And the more they know that you understand that's a sign from them, the more signs you get. She's showing what looks like herself in a hospital bed. She's sitting up. Somebody's bringing a baby to her. A baby for her to hold, a baby for her to meet. I'm not sure why she's showing it in this way. We're just going with it as she shows any more. Somebody's walking in with a baby and hands it to her. She says, no, I'm not in that bed now. She mentions an orange, so I don't know why she's just throwing out a lot of words. I let them run the show. It's their show. She can say anything she wants to as far as I'm concerned. Going down a road, going down a road, going down an endless road. I don't know if she's talking about you or she was going down an endless road, and it's like I can't see the end of the road. It's like an old dirt road that just keeps going and going and going and doesn't end, but I can't see the end of it. She says that this is my right side, some of these look backwards, that you have felt like she goes up to you and she goes, you, like right in this area, you feel a little like wisp of air hit your neck. She's trying to get your attention in a soft way. She says she didn't want to scare you. So same thing as signs. You feel that, let her know that you feel it. Tell her you love her. Ask her to bring you more. Okay, she's walking around behind me. I don't know where she's going. She's in my bob spot. I'm not sure what she's up to. Hang on. Give me a second. Let me ask her something. She's got a bow and arrow. She doesn't seem to be the hunting type of lady. She's got a bow and arrow and she's pulling it back and she's shooting it. No clue why. Okay, this is this is strange, but I'm going to go ahead because she's showing it. She pulls back, she shoots, and it looks like a duck or a goose or something falls from the sky. You guys hunting with a bow and arrow? Somebody around you or somebody? I can't imagine anybody hunting a bird with a bow and arrow. That'd be hard to do. Somebody around you. A lot of times with these readings, they'll try to reach out to somebody else along with it. She's out in a field. She's not dressed in hunting clothes. All right, now she's showing a game. Which game is it? Your Yahtzee. She's talking about board games. Board games. Did you guys used to play board games? Or somebody's recently played a board game. She says one of you is cheating. One of you's trying to cheat. And she starts laughing hysterically. Know that she was there at that moment. Now she's walking into your kitchen and she opens up the oven and there's nothing in there. And she says, "How's come there's not any damn cookies in here?" And she's being a little different than most of them when they come through. So, and she's not following through and giving a lot of information about. So I don't know. I won't make anything up. I don't know if she used to cook a lot of cookies or she's wondering how come you're not right now. Okay, she's going over to your sink and she's showing to the left of the sink, and this may not be the exact location, but this is the way she's showing it. Like she opens a cabinet and there's spices in there. Like mine's to the left of the stove. So it still could be in that location, but this is the way she's showing it. And one of the bottles of spice falls out. So this either has just happened or it will happen. And she's kind of rattling the bottles around in there. So you're going to hear this. And usually it doesn't happen when you're in the same room. You might be walking out of the room or walking into the room and you might hear something kind of rattle. So that type of sound where those bottles of garlic salt and all that stuff would kind of maybe rattle against each other. She's trying to let you know that she's there. Now she's going to the bathroom. She's all over your house. And she says you need to clean the tub. Well, she might be talking to me. Mine's pretty bad. I don't have time to do a lot of housework. Going in the bathroom. What's she doing? What's she going to do in there? She goes over and she stands on the scales. And she said, "I don't need to worry about this anymore. I don't need to worry about my weight anymore." So was she kind of self-conscious or maybe always on a diet or something? And she's got a big smile on her face. She's still standing on the scales. She kind of turns around and sticks her butt out towards me and she pets her. She says, "Don't have to worry about that big old booty anymore." That's hilarious. Now she's jumping up and down on the scales and she says, "Look, they don't move. It doesn't move. It doesn't register my weight. It doesn't move." And she's extremely excited about it. So you might watch for something to happen to your scales. Mine are electronic. Well, right now they need a battery, but you might watch for maybe if you have that kind of scale, or maybe the scale itself will scoot around a little bit, or it's jumping around on it, so it's probably going to move a little bit. Or if it's electronic like mine, it could light up or quit working. All of a sudden the numbers blink, but there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, I know mine's doing it because it's dead. Battery's going dead. She says I'm all pretty now. Look at my hair. And as she comes out of the bathroom, there's a wisp. I don't know what the smell is. I don't know if it's going to. Okay, she's not telling me. You need to talk to me. It's going to be the smell of somebody freshly coming out of the shower. That soap smell, that fresh soap smell that we all have when we first. Yeah, I know I need to take a bath. You're going to smell this. And you can be in Walmart, you can be in your vehicle, you can be in your house. It's not necessarily just going to be in the bathroom, because that'd be a little too obvious. Somebody else might have just been in there. So you're going to smell that fresh, washed soap smell. When you do, once again, acknowledge her, tell her you love her, ask her to bring you more. She's bouncing around all over your place. She's got a grandma with her. She says it's her grandma. Her grandma. She's showing, when they get close, my head itches like I have head lice, so she's still over. This is Bob's side. Usually they don't come over on this side. Now she's making my ear itch. So you might get that too. But that's what they always do to me. Anyway, she's talking about this grandma, and she's showing, I want to call them horned rim glasses. You know, they used to come out here in a point, like way back in the day. A lot of people, especially older people, wore them. So maybe that'll help you know which grandma it is, because she's making a point of the glasses. She says she's taking care of me just like she used to. You gotta love her. She's a little tough, but you gotta love her. Okay. She just keeps showing me stuff and not explaining. Now she's showing me a picture, and it's not her, but it's a lady on a bicycle. It looks, oh my gosh, which movie is it? It looks just like, first I was going to say Mary Poppins, and then she showed it more clear. I think it's in The Wizard of Oz. I think it's in The Wizard of Oz, and the sky looks kind of black behind it, and the lady's dressed in dark stuff, and she was kind of cranky. Seems she's got a hat on, got a pointy nose, and she's just pedaling along. I live in Kansas, and of course, that's supposedly where the Wizard of Oz happened at. I don't know. She's not explaining. It could be the woman's name. I do not remember the woman's name. I think it's in the beginning of the movie. Right in the beginning. Shoot. I've watched that movie a million times. Every time when it first came out, my dad would set me down in front of the TV because he knew I liked that movie. And now she's singing Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Bluebirds fly. So Google the song Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and there'll be words in there for you. Every time I hear that song, I think of my dad, and then I start crying. Anyway, Google those words. There'll be a message in there for you. So, the lady on the bicycle might have just been leading up to the song, but usually they just come up with a song. So there's Google the lady's name. I want to say she was an aunt somebody. There's always a reason for what they say or show. She says, happier times will be here now that you know that I'm still with you and you can let go of that guilt. Because I am still here. And she sticks her butt out again and goes, but without the big old booty. Did you recently go to a restaurant and it looks more like a McDonald's type place or something like that, not like a big fancy sit down restaurant? And you turned around or something and your drink fell over and spilled, and it looks like one of the cups like you get from McDonald's, that type. It may not have been McDonald's exactly, but one of those type of cups with a lid on it, that you get with your meal, and you didn't think that you bumped it. She's laughing. That's not nice. it's it's actually showing you. You go, how did that happen? She's funny. And she's bouncing around, just bouncing around. She goes, look what I can do. Look how free I am. And she did a cartwheel. She says, didn't think I could do that, did you? You ought to live in my head for a day. It would scare you. And she's walking back over this way, and she throws her arms out, and she goes, how could I not love you? There's something about her passing or something about there towards the end that you still feel guilty about. She said, you have to let that go because you were perfect. It's not that big a deal. You're, she says, you're looking at it wrong. She said, you need to look at it from a different perspective. So something towards the end, right around there, she says, you need to step back and look at it like a spectator. I still love you. All right. She's asking me to tell you. I tell people when they ask you to look from a different perspective, think about looking at something like I'm sitting here in this chair. But what would it look like if I stood on the kitchen counter? If I looked at things I'm looking at right now, what would they look like? Because it's a little different perspective. It's a little different view. Of course, I love you. My left ear is getting hot. Usually, the only one that does that is Bob, who's my guide. So I don't know if that's him stepping forward or if you're going to get that. Now, high blood pressure will make both ears hot. This is always only one, and it's usually my left ear. It's Bob. So I'm just going to put that out there. It could be him, or this could be something that you're going to have too. When Bob gets really, really, really close, you can literally see my ear turn bright red around the edge, and it burns like fire. I've asked him to back it off a little bit because it hurts. It's getting stronger. So be aware of that if you get that. Know that That's their energy. And everybody perceives the energy different. They get it different. And it's getting stronger. So know that that's their energy, and they're getting that close and that strong when that happens. Okay. She's talking about a Shirley. Now, I stink at names. They keep throwing names out at me. So it's at least a female with that beginning SH sound that she's acknowledging. Take care of the little ones and give them a hug for me. She says she gets around, but she's not. She says she's not going to say who she goes to visit. So it's not just your house. She says nobody's trapped here. Don't worry about that. She mentions a herald. Gotta quit throwing names at me. So it's at least a male with an H or an HA name. Are there times when you sit down to dinner and you sit down with your food in front of you and it's almost like you're saying grace or something, or but right before you start to eat your plate, you think of her, you say something to her. Almost like a little, maybe you say prayers before you actually start eating, and she's acknowledging that. You're getting plenty of signs from her, so I hope you start to recognize some of these, and then you'll see there's a lot more out there. I promise you. And like I tell everybody, she can hear you. I'm 1,000% sure that she can hear you and she can see you. So talk to her. My ear's still hot. Know that I love you beyond words. She says, I can hear your thoughts. You don't have to talk to her out loud. Well, she's just throwing a lot of things out there. She's showing me a hoe and she's talking about a hoe down. I don't know what she means. She knows the best way to do this. She says, I hear you say, I love you, Mom. I miss you, Mom. She says, now we're going to work on this relationship. It's a little different, but we're going to work on this relationship. It'll be better. She's going to show you the ropes. Not sure what she means. She comes up behind me and she sticks her hands up around my head and she goes, blah, 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 blah. She's funny. Gotta love her in the booty thing. She says, I love you, Pumpkin. Know that I'm always around. I'm trying to show you that I am. Now open your eyes. She says, now open your eyes and you will see me. So you could possibly see her walk by, but it will probably be in your peripheral vision because that's the way it usually works. I can see them dead on. I see both. So know if you think you see her walk by and then you turn around and look and she's not there, know that you did see her. All right, she's ready to bounce off. She's happy and light and bright, bouncy, healthy. Her and her booty. Okay, she's leaving. And as she's leaving, she's letting go of a balloon. So I don't know if you recently had a balloon release for her, but she's actually letting go of the balloon. All right, much love to you. See you later. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator. Much love to you, my dear.